Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. I'm excited for this one. This is our FIFA 23 Attackers tier list for October. We have 70 different cards for this video. For the defenders and midfielders, we had 50 each. Honestly, even at 70, I had to leave some people out. So if there's some heroes, icons, even some gold cards that haven't made the list, it's not necessarily because I think they're not good. It's just that I didn't want a list of 150 different players. There's plenty of icons who definitely have missed out because I didn't want the list to just be full of icons. Obviously, someone like Marco van Basten's probably going to be better than 82 Muriel. But I wanted a good mix of gold cards, icons, heroes. I've even put some SBCs in. A lot of people keep asking me about SBC cards on the tier list. So if I think an SBC card is good enough to be on a tier list, I will be putting them on there for now. One thing I will say about the SBCs on my TikTok, that's just Zelonius, I do review all the latest SBCs, and if it's a really good SBC, a big player, I might do a review on my YouTube. If you like these tier lists though, you want to keep updated on the best meta players from someone who can hit 20-0 in Weekend League, I did that on my Road to Glory, check out the tactics on my YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel every day. Top tactics, tutorials, gameplay tips. I'm always reviewing the latest meta players for you guys. This is the channel to be. And also, loads of you have been coming to my Twitch. I appreciate that. I stream every day over at Twitch, Zelonius92. Get involved on there. It's great to see you guys in there and you can interact with me in my community. So for this tier list, as always, we will be judging the cards purely based on how good the card is. We won't be judging a card like, say, why is the two Neymars? I've accidentally put two Neymars. Anyway, we will not be judging a card based on how good I think it is in terms of the links. So obviously heroes are going to have better links. I'm not going to put a card higher just because of its links. We're not going to be judging on its value. When I talk about a card, I will talk about how good I think its value is and things like that. But we're going to be talking about purely how good the card is. There's lots of different ones here. Just because a card goes C or D tier does not mean I do not think they're good. These are the best of the best. So we have to be harsh when it comes to this. Let's start. Chiesa. Federico Chiesa. 4-star, 4-star with a hunter. He is pretty crazy, man. Really like this card. Not the best passer. Pretty good physical. Solid on the ball. Rapid. Chiesa. Very nice card. We're going to be putting him into the C tier. He's just not as elite as some others in other areas. Let's have a look at Harry Kane. Harry Kane, 3-star skill moves, not good. Slow, not good. 5-star weak foot with insane shooting, very good. Good passing, pretty good physical, good in the air. A little bit clunky. Harry Kane on new gen, I'm putting him in B tier. On old gen, he honestly could be D tier. Where cards are going to be is going to matter a lot. Can we zoom in a bit? Yeah, we'll zoom in a bit and then we can scroll down when we get the new cards. Where a card's going to be will be affected by new gen to old gen. On old gen, pacey dribblers are going to be a little bit high. On new gen, big physical players will be a little bit high. So someone like, we'll go Sorloth next. Sorloth, when you look at his card with a finisher, he is insane. Lengthy, 95 sprint speed, crazy physical, pretty bad but not ridiculous bad passing. Finishing's great. Decent on the ball with that dribbling, even he's a bit clunky. 6'4", good weak foot, not great skill moves. On new gen, honestly, I'm putting Sorloth in the A tier. On old gen, I'd be probably putting Sorloth in C tier. That's the difference. So I will talk about the cards. I'm going to probably get some people at the end of the video and be like, why is this card in this tier? Because every time, I know these videos are quite long, but I want to go proper depth. I want to give you guys my proper insight to each card and explain why the cards are where they are and give you more reason to use certain cards if you hear something that you like about it. People always say, oh, why is this card here? Because they've not actually listened to it earlier on. They just skipped to the end of the video. Let's look at Cruyff. Cruyff is 5-star, 5-star. That is amazing. Physically, pretty average. Great passing. Decent shot. Not insane shot, but I mean, with a Chemstar, you can get this very good, to be fair. Like a marksman on Cruyff. That is pretty cracked on him, to be fair. The shot power's not great, though. Cruyff, I'm putting Cruyff, though. I'm going to put Cruyff S tier. But in terms of value, I really don't think Cruyff's that good. Bear in mind, we've got an A tier card here that's going for about 11,000 coins. And this guy's 2.5 million. Cruyff, no, this might even be 3.5 million for the mid Cruyff. Cruyff is borderline A tier on old gen, on new gen for me. On old gen, Cruyff's top tier, but he's only just squeaking into the S tier for me. He was on previous FIFAs, he's always comfortably S tier. Muriel, we're going to maybe go a little bit faster on some cards just because we've got so many. Muriel, 4-star, 4-star, very well rounded. Not the worst strength for such a low rated card. He's decent. We're putting him in C tier. Depay, not too quick. Pretty good strength. You can get him lengthy, but then you don't boost his shooting. I don't think this is a great card. Depay is going into the D tier for me. If you're a skiller, maybe you could be elevated a bit, but bad weak foot, not quick. Pretty average across the board. St. Max. 5-star, 4-star is amazing. Quick, but I don't like explosive. You could make him controlled with that. Honestly, an Architect's not bad on him for the boost it gives to those. But the problem is, he needs the finishing. Like, his shooting's not great. You probably really do need to go Deadeye on him. I'm putting him in C tier. On new gen, I'd be putting him up to... On new gen, I'd be keeping him there. On old gen, I'd be putting him to B tier. Lautaro Martinez. Lautaro Martinez is 4-star, 4-star. Cracked physical. Not great, but not bad passing. Decent shooting. Good on the ball. Okay pace. Lautaro Martinez on new gen is B tier. On old gen, probably C tier. A lot of these cards really do matter, like you can see, based on the gen you're playing on. I would say, though, for midfielders, defenders, it's not quite as relevant, but the attackers, it really does matter more, because they really do matter how well they turn. Luis Diaz probably should have 5-star skills. If he had 5-star skills, I'd be elevating him. Not great physical, though. We are lowering him a little bit. Luis Diaz is C tier. If he had 5-star skills, he could maybe be B tier. Nakata. Pretty good card, honestly. Made it fairly high on the hero tier list. Not great physical, but elite passer. Decent shot. Good on the ball. Decent pace. Not bad defending, but that's not a big deal. We're probably putting him in mid B tier for this list. Nkunku. Nkunku's got 5-star skills. Great on the ball. Pretty bad physical. Decent passing. Quick. Okay shot. We're putting him in B tier. On old gen, he would be A tier, though. Like, it's crazy that Soloff is ahead of all these cards here. But on new gen, Soloff is just absolutely outrageous. Carrasco. Carrasco is just a very solid overall card. The physical lets him down a bit. The passing lets down. He is a cheap budget beast. We are putting him in the C tier. Very similar card to Chiesa, to be honest. Forlan. Diego Forlan's 91's probably going to be a fair bit better based on what I'm seeing. But this 88 Forlan is pretty good. Decent pace. Very, very good shot. Solid passing. Pretty good. Okay to decent physical. 4-star, 4-star. If he had a 5-star, I'd be elevating him. He's a pretty good card. He's not the best on the ball, but not bad. I'm probably putting him lower down on A tier. On new gen, he's there. On old gen, he'd be probably floating between A and B. When he gets his World Cup card, if he gets like a 5-star weak foot and he gets all the boosts of the card that I'm seeing, he'll be probably pushing S tier, but probably top of A tier. But obviously, we'll come back to that when we get all those cards. João Felix. Decent pace, pretty bad physical, okay on the ball, average shot, okay passing. João Felix is a C tier card for me. Kingsley Coman. Pretty awful physical. Average passing, average shooting. Great on the ball, rapid, 3-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves. He's just a worse Nkunku for me. On old gen, he probably is A tier though. He plays great on old gen. But on new gen, he's probably top of C tier for me. Benzema. Very good this year. Clinical, very good passing, good physical, decent on the ball, good in the air. Pace isn't too big an issue. You can make him lengthy with an Architect. I probably would recommend that for him on new gen. 4-star, 4-star. Benzema is pushing top of B tier. We're going to probably put him low A tier. On old gen, he's probably around here. Neymar. This might be a controversial one. Great on the ball, but on new gen, he really doesn't feel that great on the ball. Decent shot, but that shot power's really low. Probably going to be putting a dead eye on him. Not very quick on new gen with explosive and not ridiculous pace. Really bad physical. He just doesn't seem to have his glitch animations anymore. And honestly, I really didn't rate this card. I'm going to be putting him in B tier. On old gen, he's probably S tier. On new gen, B tier for me though. He really doesn't excel on this game. Di Natale. You wouldn't think based on how I've judged Neymar, I'd rate Di Natale higher, but he really just plays better for me. He's got much better strength for one. Small, but he balanced with that strength seems actually a bit glitchy. Good passing, has good shooting traits. Di Natale's going probably ahead of Forlan for me. He was really good when I've used him and played against him. CR7. On old gen, probably rated a bit low because the dribbling and not quick, but with an architect, he seems really fast with that lengthy. His passing's great. He's one of the most clinical players in the game. Feels okay on the ball. Great in the air. Really strong. CR7 is an S tier player for me on new gen. On old gen, he's probably mid A tier. Vinicius Jr. Vinicius is what I expected Neymar to be. Actually good on the ball. Doesn't have the weak foot. Bit worse stats than Neymar, but for me, just played better. Can't really explain why. Maybe it's just he actually feels a bit quicker with that nearly 10 extra pace. For me, I'm going to be putting Vinicius in the bottom of A tier for me. Getting a lot of Twitter DMs during this video. Stoichkov. Stoichkov, the weak foot and skill moves aren't ideal. They're not bad. Well, the weak foot's bad. The skill moves is decent. Stoichkov, though, is just cracked physical. I've played against him a few times. He is a nightmare to play against. You can really boost him with a marksman. Some of the extra stats he gets there. He's a really good card. If he had a 4-star weak foot, he'd be pushing on S tier. But for me, he's probably like mid A tier because that weak foot is an issue. I'm kind of talking at this from a perspective of someone who's playing at a really high level right now. Hitting the 20s in weekend league. Playing in a mid division 1 right now. Not really played loads of rivals, so we should hit elite division in the next couple of days. And these cards are good, but they will struggle at times against some people. Aubameyang. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Strong, quick, good finishing. Well, pretty good finishing to be 4-star, good shooting traits. Not the best on the ball. Decent passing. On new gen, he's definitely a good card. We'd be putting him, you can find him, probably to top of there. On old gen, he's probably lower down in the B tier. Puskas, really good card, similar to Stoichkov, but just better all round, I would say. Doesn't have the aggression, but he's just boosted in other areas that Stoichkov isn't. So Puskas is pushing probably top of A tier for me. We'll put him ahead of Sorloth. Hurts me to say that though. Eric Canton now. With pace not being as important, and you being able to get him to an lengthy with a marksman, nearly maxes his dribbling, nearly maxes his shooting, great passing, nearly maxes his physical. This card's honestly one of the best attackers in the game. He is going number 1 on the list right now. Rashford Sbc, a better and old gen card I would say, but a pretty good card with a finisher. He's got some pretty crack stats. Not the best passing, but solid physical, decent pace. That 3-star weak foot does hurt him, but we're putting him like around here in the B tier, I would say. Sami Eto'o. Clinical, very solid on the ball, like really good on the ball to be fair. Good physical, good shooting traits. He's going right at the top of A tier. If he had a 5-star, he'd be in S tier for me. Usman. For me, similar to Neymar, just a bit worse. Bit quicker though, which is useful, but doesn't quite have the same technical stats as Neymar. Again on old gen, Usman and Neymar. Like Neymar's S tier and old gen, Usman's A tier. Usman's like bottom of B tier for me on new gen. On previous years, he definitely would have been higher. Mario Gomez lacks the skill moves, which does hurt him. But look at this card with a hawk. He is quick, clinical, great physical, good card. He's going top of B tier for me. On old gen, I'd be probably putting him in C tier though. Van Persie. The baby's the better card for me. Van Persie probably going to marksman again. Good on the ball, solid passing, good enough pace, 4-star, great shooting traits, elite shot. Van Persie is mid-B tier. You're going to find a lot of these attackers probably are going to be mid-B tier by the end of the video. Anthony. Now, if this one to watch gets the 2 upgrades that everyone expects it to be, he's going to be really good. He did get a win against Everton. That's not been tracked yet. He honestly felt one of the best players I've used this year on the ball for me. Don't really know why, but he just felt great on the ball. We're not judging it based off the upgrades, but I'm going to be putting him like mid-B tier for now. He played better than I expected on the stats. I cannot lie. Ben Yedder. Slow, explosive, because he's slow with the explosive. Below average physical, decent passing, good shooting, very good on the ball, but doesn't feel that on new gen. Ben Yedder is going top of C tier for me. On old gen though, he would be probably pushing A tier. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho's got great physical. I'd probably put in a hawk on him, to be honest. Boost that shooting up, make him even better physically. Elite passing, 5-star skills. He has his own animations. Dino is probably ahead of Cruyff for me just because of the physical. I'm probably going to put him ahead of CR7 as well. Robbie Keane. Really good card on this game. Plays above his stats. Got all the shooting traits. Not really a bad weakness anywhere. Robbie Keane is going low down on the A tier for me. Lewandowski. Similar to Benzema in a few ways, but a much better strength, I think, and aggression. Clinical, but a bit slower. Lewandowski is going right there with Benzema. They're pretty similar cards, to be honest. Kuhl. Cracked, but only 3-star weak foot with bad physical. If Kuhl had a 4-star weak foot and better physical, it'd be A tier. But for me, he plays very well, so we are putting him here. Gerd Muller. The 4-star weak foot and skill moves combination is really nice. The baby in this card are pretty similar. I would probably be going an artist on him, honestly, or a hawk. A hawk or an artist, either can work pretty well. An artist, though, does really boost his stats up a lot. It depends which way you want to go with him. He's probably high A tier for me. I've played against him twice. He was really annoying to play against. I just don't think he's quite pushing the S tier right now. Mid Pele. I mean, obvious S tier. Insane card with a marksman. He's got ridiculous stats. You could probably go an architect on him. You don't really need much of a boost to some of the other areas. I hate playing against this Pele. He's one of the best players I've played against all year. David Ginola. Insane card. Honestly, for me, it's probably going between there. I think Canton and Pele do edge it on this game. Don't think the weak foot's quite as big this year, and these just have a bit more about them in other areas. But Ginola's amazing. George Best. The explosive and lack of strength is not ideal. You're probably going to dead-eye him to boost that passing up more. He's good, but doesn't play as good as he should on this game. Probably going low A tier for me. Delafeu. On old gen, much better. On new gen, decent physical, especially for the height with that balance. He's probably going like low B tier for me. Actually, we're going to put him C tier. Lionel Messi. After a couple of upgrades, which he's most likely to get, this Messi's probably going to be a bit higher. He just doesn't feel like Messi should on FIFA, which is an issue to me. He is very slow as well. I'd probably go on a Hunter because he really does need that pace. The dribbling and passing's fine. Messi's going to be probably... Where is he? He's probably going to be high B tier for me. He definitely should be higher, but he just doesn't play that well. On old gen, he'd be near S tier though. Kaka. I think the baby's better. Pretty solid card altogether. You probably want a finisher just to get those shooting stats up more. 5-star, 4-star. Not the best physical on this card, but when he gets better cards this year, he will be really good. Low A tier. Rafinha. Used his gold card this weekend, was very good. I do like this card. He's just a little bit slow compared to how he should be with the explosive, but when he gets top speed, he is still really good. I like this Rafinha card. We are going to be putting him probably high B tier, to be honest. He does feel good on the game. Danjuma, the SBC, very versatile, decent physical for a lower rate card, good shooting, pretty decent in general. Dan Juma, for me, is probably going mid-B tier. Rafael Leao. Feels a bit clunky in game, but good pace, solid physical. Well, pretty good physical, to be fair, with that strength, because strength does matter more than the aggression. He's a decent, well-rounded card. He's probably going higher B tier. Haaland. What can I say about this man? The one-to-watch one as well. Outrageous card. I would be going a hawk on him. Why boost the dribbling when it's not going to matter much? Just max out those physicals nearly. Max out that sprint speed. Get his shooting nearly maxed out. Just outrageous. I despise playing against Haaland. And if I despise playing against someone, it is normally a sign that they are pretty good on the game. I just hate him. Like, I need to get this one to watch at some point. It's just so expensive. Honestly, I'm probably putting him there. He's just not as good to link in, so I don't think he's quite as good value as Ginola. He's going to get an upgrade soon, though, to a 90. Like, I just hate playing that card. I'm sure you can all agree with me there. Abedi Pele. Pretty solid all round. Not the best physical, explosive. I'm just going to let my dog out, so wait 10 seconds. Sorry about that. Dog needed the toilet. Abedi Pele. Good card, but doesn't play as well as he should on this game. On new gen, I am putting him low A tier. He does play better than some of the others in the B tier. On old gen, he's probably pushing top of A tier. Garrincha. I've used the baby. He is good. Just feels a little slow, even with a hunter with the explosive. I don't really get it. The mid is definitely better. Some crack stats. He's not S tier for me, though. He is pushing towards the top of the A tier. 5-star skills put him above some of these cards. He doesn't have the physical of some of these, though, and the quite crack shooting, so he's not above them. Rooney. Honestly, could be more of a midfielder if you could fit him in. Rooney, though, does play well on this game with ridiculous physical. If he had 4-star skills, he wouldn't be a mile off the S tier. But that does lower him. Skills do matter. The physical, though, does put him really high on this game. He does play well. Jairzinho. Another player I despise playing. He just stinks of pay to win. Crazy card. Honestly, not miles off Pele's baby card. Maybe pretty similar. He feels strong in game because the strength really matters. That afro he has on both, it annoys me when I want to play against him. He's just so good. Jairzinho, he's going up here. Probably putting him there, to be honest. He's insane in game. Brolin. 3-star weak foot hurts this card, but he does play well. He feels a lot better physically than that. I've used him probably 20 games nearly in draft. I always kept getting him. Played against him a bit. He's a really solid all-round card. Probably near top of there. Gakpo. I did his SBC. I've got him on my main account. And my Road to Glory as a sub. He was really good value, I thought. If you can start him, this Gakpo is really good. Like with a hunter, he is quick, good shooting, his dribbling, physical, passing's good. Problem is most people aren't going to be able to start him. But just purely based on how good the card can be, I'm going to be putting him in like low A tier. I think he is really good and he's insane value. Just how are you fitting him in? Peter Crouch. Definitely better on new gen than old gen with that physical and crossing probably being more. He's just slow, clunky, 3-star. So even though he's just a bit of a meme card, we're putting him here. We're honestly going to put some of these cards down here, to be honest. I don't think they are actually that good compared to some of the rest of the cards on the list. Govu. Honestly, really didn't rate this card when I've played with him. His stats do look good, but 3-star weak foot didn't play as well for me as some of the others. I'm putting Govu low down on the B list, to be honest. Son. Below average physical, but his weak foot, elite finishing, good shooting traits, good on the ball, good passing, decent pace. Do elevate him for me. Son, I'm probably putting a marksman. Get that strength up a bit. Max out the shooting. Get him a bit better on the ball. Son is low A tier for me. Morientes. Basically, similar to Soloff, but not quite as quick. But 4-star skill moves definitely helps. He's better on the ball. You could go a finisher if you wanted to make him even better on the ball. I like Hawk though, maxing the physical a bit more. Morientes for me is pushing towards the top of here. I've used Soloff and him. I honestly found Soloff better against worse players. Morientes better against good players, so Morientes is going to go there. Morientes is very good on this game though, an underrated card. On old gen, Morientes probably would be B tier though. This card, when he gets his 88 and 99 pace, could go higher on this list. But he is a very good card. Quick, clinical, decent passing, average physical, okay on the ball. He is probably low A tier for me. Salah, good strength, feels strong in game with that balance of strength, decent passing, very good shooting, fast, good on the ball. 3-star weak foot hurts him though. He's right at the bottom of A tier for me. If he didn't have such good strength, he'd be B tier. Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe on old gen is the best gold card without doubt. On new gen, he's very good. He's strong enough with the body type in game and the glitchiness to get away with stuff. What is it I use on him? I think it's a marksman I use. Maxes out the dribble and gets him stronger. Mbappe is bottom of S tier for me. On old gen though, he would be pushing up here. Dalglish. Decent pace. Clinical. Got the weak foot. Good on the ball. Again, probably a marksman. A very good chem style this year with strength mattering more. On old gen, better than he would be on new gen. On new gen, he's around mid A tier probably to me. Probably put him around there. Foden will be a lot better with the upgrades he's going to get. The weak foot, really bad physical though. Put him into the C tier for me. Joe Cole. Decent to below average physical. No, it is below average physical to be honest, but it's not awful. Good on the ball. Quick, but I don't like the explosive. Finishing's not great. You probably need a dead eye on him, to be honest. And then it does make him a lot better. Good on the ball. He is decent. Joe Cole's like mid-B tier. Sadio Mane. Again, when he gets his upgrades, will be very nice. He's going to get 2 upgrades probably, especially if Senegal can win that World Cup game. Great on the ball. Good physical for a card with such good balance and dribbling. Decent shot. As of right now, though, he is a top-end B tier card for me. Drogba. Did we put 2 Drogbas? We want the baby Drogba, I think, to be honest. Baby Drogba, elite physical. Honestly, I'm probably putting a hunter on him. With a lengthy, makes him insanely quick. This Drogba is a nightmare to deal with. You cannot catch him when he gets going on new gen. Clunky, not the best passing, but honestly, on new gen, it really don't matter too much. 4-star, 4-star. On new gen, this Drogba, he's probably right up there. He's crazy. On old gen, he's probably like top end C, mid B. That's the difference, to be honest. Figo. Good physical, great passing, decent shot. I'm probably putting him like that to max out the passing, give him decent shooting. He's quick. Figo, very solid card. Probably like around here. On old gen, he might be B tier though. R9. Really good strength. The aggression doesn't matter much. Look at him with a hawk. Even more insane. R9 is the best attacker. Again, that 5-star, 5-star elite strength. You really can't knock that. Thierry Henry. Strength's nice on this game. Feels a bit clunky in game though, which is a bit annoying. I'm probably putting a hunter on him, to be honest, to get him a bit quicker. He is good, but I'm probably putting him like low A tier for me, to be honest. And the last card we've got left, JJ Kocher. 5-star skills really help him. He's great on the ball, but really bad physical. Not great finishing. Probably need a dead eye. His finishing is pretty okay then with the shot power. JJ Kocher is like mid A tier. If he had better physical, he could be pushing S tier. But the physical, not really high finishing, do hurt the card. Honestly, there's definitely some chopping and changing we could do around here. Everyone in this tier list is great. Old gen, new gen really does affect where some of these cards place. I really do hate playing some of those cards in the S tier. They are so annoying. I think again though we've got a good spread. Maybe I could have lowered some of these cards though. We're probably going to put Kane to there. Martinez can probably go there as well. Crouch, we're probably putting you in there, son. Yeah, I think that's a bit more fair. Definitely could spend a long time arguing to and from with this, but I'm happy with this tier list. I'm enjoying making these tier lists. What do you guys think? Do you like them? Is there any players you think that I definitely missed out, that 100% should have been here? Is there any players in this tier list that you've used that you disagree with? You put them high, you put them lower? Who do you hate playing against on FIFA 23? Which attackers really annoy you? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I appreciate your support as always. Keep it spicy, and I will see you in the next one. Hopefully see you in a Twitch stream as well, Zelonius92.